Hello everyone, and welcome to this roundtable discussion on gender, sexuality, and intersectionality. These topics are complex, nuanced, and deeply personal. Our goal today is to provide you with a foundational understanding of these concepts. We'll explore the distinctions between sex, gender, and sexuality. We'll delve into models of identity development, and we'll examine how these aspects of ourselves intersect and influence our lived experiences. Throughout the discussion, we encourage you to ask questions. Your curiosity is valuable. This is a safe space for open dialogue and exploration. Let's begin our journey of understanding.
To start, let's clarify some key terms. It's common for people to use sex and gender interchangeably, but they have distinct meanings. Refers to biological attributes, typically assigned at birth based on external genitalia. We often categorize sex as male or female, although variations exist beyond this binary. However, is a social construct. It encompasses the roles, behaviors, expressions, and identities we understand as masculine, feminine, or beyond. Gender is fluid and can vary across cultures and throughout history. Now let's consider. This term refers to our emotional, romantic, or sexual attraction to others. We often describe sexual orientation using categories like heterosexual, gay, lesbian, or bisexual. However, sexuality is a spectrum, and individuals may identify with labels differently. Remember, these definitions are starting points. Our understanding of these concepts continues to evolve.
Understanding how individuals come to understand and embrace their sexual orientation is crucial. The Cass model, developed by psychologist Vivian Cass, offers a helpful framework. This model outlines 6 stages of sexual identity development: identity confusion, identity comparison, identity tolerance, identity acceptance, identity pride, and identity synthesis. These stages are not linear. Individuals may move back and forth between them throughout their lives.
For example, someone in the identity confusion stage might feel unsure about their attractions. They might question societal norms or feel pressure to conform. As they progress to identity comparison, they might begin exploring their feelings and connecting with others who share similar experiences. The Cass model highlights the dynamic nature of sexual identity development. It reminds us that self-discovery is a journey, not a destination. While the Cass model focuses on sexual orientation, understanding transgender and non-binary identities requires a different lens. Individuals experience a disconnect between their assigned sex at birth and their true gender identity. This disconnect can cause significant distress known as gender dysphoria.
Individuals, on the other hand, identify outside the traditional gender binary of male or female. They might identify as gender fluid, agender, or use other terms to describe their unique experiences. Dr. Coltman's stages of transgender identity development provide a framework for understanding this process. These stages include pre-coming out, coming out to self, exploration and experimentation, integration and acceptance. It's important to note that not all transgender individuals experience these stages in the same way, and some may not resonate with this model at all.
Now let's consider how these aspects of identity, sex, gender, and sexuality intersect with other social categories like race, ethnicity, class, disability, and religion. Intersectionality, a term I coined, acknowledges that we don't experience these identities in isolation. They interact and influence one another in complex ways. For example, a Black transgender woman may face discrimination that is different from both a white transgender woman and a Black cisgender woman. Her experiences are shaped by the unique convergence of her identities. Understanding intersectionality is crucial for promoting equity and justice. It reminds us that we must consider the full spectrum of an individual's experiences to create truly inclusive environments.
The journey of identity formation has significant implications for our psychological well-being. When individuals feel free to explore and express their authentic selves, they tend to experience greater self-esteem, resilience, and life satisfaction.
Conversely, when individuals face pressure to conform to societal norms or experience discrimination based on their identities, their mental health can suffer. They may be at increased risk for anxiety, depression, or other mental health concerns.
Creating supportive and affirming environments where individuals feel valued and respected for who they are is paramount. This involves challenging prejudice and discrimination and fostering a culture of empathy and understanding.
It's crucial to recognize that our understanding of gender and sexuality is not solely personal, but also deeply influenced by the society in which we live. Cultural norms, religious beliefs, media representations, and family dynamics all contribute to shaping our understanding of what it means to be a man, a woman, or someone who identifies outside these categories. These societal messages can be both positive and negative. They can provide a sense of belonging and validation, but they can also create pressure to conform and lead to the marginalization of those who don't fit neatly into prescribed roles. Examining and challenging these societal norms is essential for creating a more just and equitable world where individuals are free to embrace their authentic selves without fear of judgment or discrimination.
So, how can we, as a community, contribute to creating more inclusive and affirming environments for all individuals, regardless of their gender identity or sexual orientation?
Firstly, listen and believe. Create spaces where individuals feel safe to share their experiences and perspectives without fear of judgment. Educate yourselves on the diverse experiences of LGBTQ+ individuals. Challenge your own biases and assumptions. Use inclusive language. Respect individuals' chosen names and pronouns.
Advocate for policies that promote equality and protect the rights of LGBTQ+ individuals. Small actions can have a significant impact. By fostering a culture of empathy, respect, and understanding, we can create a world where everyone feels seen, heard, and valued for who they truly are.
As we conclude our discussion, remember that understanding gender, sexuality, and intersectionality is an ongoing process. It's a journey of continuous learning, unlearning, and relearning.
Embrace the complexity, challenge binary thinking, celebrate the richness and diversity of human experiences.
By fostering open dialogue, challenging prejudice, and advocating for social justice, we can create a world where everyone feels empowered to live authentically and embrace the multifaceted nature of their identities.
As we delve deeper into our understanding of gender and sexuality, it's crucial to recognize the historical context that has shaped our current perspectives. Throughout history, diverse cultures have held various beliefs and practices regarding gender and sexuality. In ancient Greece, for example, same-sex relationships were not uncommon and were often seen as a form of mentorship. Moving forward to the 19th century, we encounter pioneering figures like Karl Heinrich Ulrichs, who is often regarded as one of the first modern gay rights activists. His courage to speak out laid the groundwork for future movements. The early 20th century saw the emergence of influential figures such as Magnus Hirschfeld, a German physician who founded the Scientific Humanitarian Committee, the first organization to advocate for homosexual and transgender rights. His work paved the way for greater understanding and acceptance. Fast forward to the Stonewall riots of 1969, a pivotal moment that ignited the modern LGBTQ+ rights movement. Figures like Marsha P. Johnson and Sylvia Rivera, both transgender women of color, played crucial roles in this uprising, advocating for the rights and dignity of all LGBTQ+ individuals. In more recent decades, the visibility and acceptance of transgender and non-binary identities have grown, thanks to activists like Laverne Cox and Janet Mock, who use their platforms to educate and inspire. Understanding these key milestones and figures helps us appreciate the progress made and the challenges still faced. It reminds us that the journey toward equality and acceptance is ongoing, and that each of us has a role to play in shaping a more inclusive future. Reflect on these historical perspectives and recognize the sacrifices and triumphs that have brought us to where we are today. Let them inspire you to continue advocating for a world where everyone can live authentically and with pride. As we explore the multifaceted nature of identity, it's essential to consider the role of media in shaping how we see ourselves and others. From television shows and movies to social media platforms and news outlets, media has a profound impact on our understanding of gender and sexuality. On the positive side, media can serve as a powerful tool for representation and education. Shows like Pose and Orange is the New Black have brought transgender and non-binary characters to the forefront, offering visibility and validation to those who seldom see themselves reflected in mainstream media. Documentaries and interviews featuring LGBTQ+ activists and allies provide valuable insights and foster empathy and understanding. However, media can also perpetuate harmful stereotypes and misinformation. Negative portrayals of LGBTQ+ individuals can reinforce prejudice and discrimination, making it harder for people to accept their own identities or those of others. Sensationalized news stories and biased reporting can skew public perception, leading to misunderstanding and fear. Social media, with its vast reach and influence, presents a double-edged sword. On one hand, it offers a platform for marginalized voices to be heard, creating communities of support and advocacy. On the other hand, it can also be a breeding ground for cyberbullying and harassment, affecting mental health and well-being. Understanding the dual impact of media is crucial for navigating our own identities and supporting others in their journeys. By critically engaging with the content we consume, we can challenge harmful narratives and uplift positive representations. We can use our voices to advocate for more inclusive and accurate portrayals in all forms of media. Reflect on the media you engage with and consider its influence on your sense of self and your perceptions of others. Recognize the power of media to shape our worldviews and commit to consuming and creating content that promotes understanding, acceptance, and equality for all. As we delve deeper into the intricacies of identity, it's imperative to address the legal and policy landscape surrounding gender and sexuality. Legal frameworks and policies play a significant role in either protecting or undermining the rights of LGBTQ+ individuals. In recent years, there have been notable advancements in LGBTQ+ rights. Landmark decisions like the US Supreme Court's ruling in Obergefell v. Hodges, which legalized same-sex marriage nationwide, have been monumental. Similarly, many countries have enacted anti-discrimination laws that protect individuals from being fired, denied housing, or refused services based on their sexual orientation or gender identity. However, progress is not uniform, and many challenges remain. Transgender individuals, in particular, face significant legal hurdles. Issues such as access to gender-affirming healthcare, the ability to change one's legal gender on identification documents, and protections against discrimination remain contentious and unevenly addressed across different jurisdictions. Moreover, there are ongoing debates around religious freedom and its impact on LGBTQ+ rights. Some argue that religious beliefs should permit exemptions from anti-discrimination laws, while others contend that such exemptions undermine the very purpose of these protections. Internationally, the situation is even more varied. While some countries have made significant strides in recognizing LGBTQ+ rights, others continue to criminalize same-sex relationships and gender nonconformity. Activists in these regions face immense risks, including violence and imprisonment, as they fight for equality and recognition. It's crucial to recognize that legal and policy changes are not just about abstract rights. They have real, tangible impacts on people's lives. Access to legal protections can mean the difference between living openly and authentically or facing daily discrimination and fear. As we navigate these complex issues, it's essential to stay informed and engaged. Advocacy and allyship can drive meaningful change, pushing for policies that promote equality and justice for all. Reflect on the legal and policy landscape in your own region, and consider how you can contribute to the ongoing fight for LGBTQ+ rights. By understanding and addressing these legal and policy issues, we can help create a world where everyone, regardless of their gender or sexuality, can live with dignity and respect. As we look forward, it's essential to explore the future directions in gender and sexuality studies, a field that continues to evolve and expand. Emerging trends and areas for further research hold the promise of deepening our understanding and fostering greater inclusivity. One of the most exciting developments is the increasing focus on intersectionality. Scholars are examining how various aspects of identity, such as race, class, disability, and religion, intersect with gender and sexuality to shape unique experiences. This holistic approach helps to uncover the diverse and nuanced realities of people's lives, paving the way for more inclusive policies and practices. Another promising area is the study of non-binary and genderqueer identities. As more individuals identify outside the traditional male-female binary, researchers are exploring the complexities of these identities, including their cultural, social, and psychological dimensions. This work is crucial for creating a more inclusive society that respects and validates all gender identities. Advances in technology and digital media are also opening new avenues for research. The internet and social media have become vital spaces for LGBTQ+ communities to connect, share experiences, and advocate for change. Researchers are investigating the ways in which these digital platforms influence identity formation, community building, and activism. Furthermore, there is growing interest in the global perspectives on gender and sexuality. Scholars are increasingly recognizing the importance of understanding how cultural, political, and historical contexts shape experiences of gender and sexuality around the world. This global approach can help to challenge Western-centric narratives and highlight the diverse ways in which people navigate their identities. In addition, the field is expanding to include more interdisciplinary approaches. Collaborations between sociologists, psychologists, historians, medical professionals, and others are enriching our understanding of gender and sexuality. These interdisciplinary efforts are crucial for addressing complex issues such as mental health, access to healthcare, and social justice. Finally, there is a strong emphasis on advocacy and practical applications of research. Scholars are not just studying gender and sexuality in isolation, they are actively working to translate their findings into real-world change. This includes informing policy, educating the public, and supporting LGBTQ+ communities. As we move forward, it's essential to stay curious, open-minded, and committed to learning. The future of gender and sexuality studies holds immense potential for creating a more inclusive, understanding, and just world. Let us embrace these emerging trends and continue to push the boundaries of knowledge and acceptance.